electric. Block and hit him like it's Tetris. You felt the way, and all you do is text and listen.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. Here's the former Illini kicker, Chase McLaughlin, to get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
I can't help but smile, not because I'm rooting for any team in particular, but to see the special team set up their team in such a big way, you just know that helps the interaction between all phases of a football team.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go. Yellow, 43. Under 38.
First play, and Young is going to throw it.
Being chased out left. And his first look is incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right.
Right side, there's Likely with it.
And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Isaiah Likely.
36 yards.
And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 2. First carry for DeAndre Swift.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Devin Hester, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down. Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is caught inside the 5. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Swift. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown! Devin Hester in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Going up top. And this one is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. This right out of the locker room, an onside kick attempt. Both
these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three?
A gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play there for Washington. 43 yards.
What a game he's having. They've not been able to stop him or even slow him down. He's got 2 touchdowns already. That could have been a third. He's got the secondary coach asking people for answers. Can you help me out? Because we are not slowing him down.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. On the ground with a tight end. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Zach Ertz, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are all tied at 28. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Now here's Young. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Young to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. They go play action with Hurts. They'll find Swift out of the backfield.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
From the 20, here's 2nd down and 8. From the gun, here's Swift.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
They'll run with Swift, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. DeAndre Swift, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It was fair to look back and say the 4th down was a moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Young on 1st down. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset.
A big play looming on 3rd down.
They'll throw again. Young. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Dancing to his left.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game.
The tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. Now inside the 25.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
This is 1st and 10. Young.
Being chased, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. That throw by Young incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Eluding the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. Flushed out right.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Commanders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at EA Sports.
No sparing this go round. I'm taking no prisoners, so prepare for a showdown.
Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. Here's the former Illini kicker, Chase McLaughlin, to get us started. And we are underway in Foxborough. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Young wasting no time, right to the air.
Buying time to his left. And his first pass is incomplete.
And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing. So he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
Second down, Young. He finds Taylor, complete. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
I have to tell you, Brandon, I feel like a coach right now because I'm wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective when as an inside linebacker, you're always taught, don't let someone cross your face. If they want to go outside, it's okay. But they make that outside fake, cut back inside, often to great success.
To throw on second down is Young. Going right back to Beckham here, complete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line.
To throw, Young.
And the pass to Henry is intercepted.
Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick six, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
Locates Ertz going across the middle.
Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
DeAndre Swift.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. First down as they begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Young. Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Young on 3rd and 2.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Now Young on 4th down. Flush to his right. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one. 1st and 10, Young. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. On second down, Young. Dancing to his left. He completes it to Beckham. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Young. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and short yardage. Young. He completes it to Henry. Now he's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
The Patriots come up empty on 4th down.
And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand.
And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And this is going to be a Commander's 1st down as he gets this up past the 30.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
A 1st down throw for Young. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Young from the shotgun. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Young to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
Swift going to try up the middle.
A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here is Young. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so it went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Washington going to send out their punter.
As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Young.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Now Young. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Young here to throw.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
Well, this is one of those games where if you win it, it feels extra special. But to lose a close one like this, Charles, remember where they didn't score any points in the second half, that has to sting a bit more.
Absolutely, and I really think that they're going to spend so much time pouring over this game film, trying to figure out where their calls went wrong, how they didn't execute on certain plays. They were so close. Yeah, this one's going to linger for a little while as they try and diagnose this loss.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hard-working crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. And with that, we say so long from Foxborough. Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play. Here's the former Illini kicker, Chase McLaughlin, to get us started. And we are underway from Arrowhead.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
And every time you step on the field, coaches are always going to talk about how important tackling is in a ball game. In this one, especially so. You can't allow these guys to break free and get extra yards after contact, but that's exactly what happens here. That can't continue as this game goes on.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 7. On the handoff, this is Swift.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. From the shotgun, it's Young. Being chased out left. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and...
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Young now after the fumble recovery.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. Taken down at the 47-yard line. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8.
A play fake. Now Young.
He'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Now a give right side Swift.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Young He's going to change it up. Here's a 2nd and 7. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it, I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
They certainly took too long to set up play action, and that gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Young will set to throw. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
What you call a rookie mistake. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Now here's Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here we go. Here we go.
Young to throw again on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
To the air once more, Young. Flush to his right.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. He keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, it's kind of fitting. A couple days ago when we met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive right there.
And his teammates appreciate that because they know they don't have to hold their blocks for very long, as one of them told us. If I just breathe some bad breath on the guy in front of me, that's all I need to do, and he's gone.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Bryce Young.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. But now if they wanted to, they could move the ball up to the 1 and go for 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because normally the ball's at the 2 when you go for 2. But if they want it now, enforce the penalty to the 1. But if they wanted to kick it, right, don't they just move it up 5?
Just move it up to the 10.
Right, move it up to the 10 if they still wanted to kick it.
And Young's going to throw for this.
And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. The penalty got him half the distance to the goal down to the 1, made that try a little easier.
Yeah, without a doubt. And it opens up your playbook, doesn't it? From the 1-yard line, run, pass, do whatever you want there. And they did it successfully.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. To throw on second down is Young. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start on the ground with Gore. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts.
So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Young now from the 50. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, Young. He's going to take another shot here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Devin Hester as the first half is winding down.
And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock.
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Commanders are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Young looks to throw on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20.
He may go. Touchdown, Washington.
Devin Hester. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 60 red. 60 red. 10 cycle. Ready.
It's Young off play action.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On play action, Young. And the pressure gets to him again. Montez Sweat, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
38.
3rd and long for Young. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
Moving inside the 20. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
Well, let's face it, Brandon.
we are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. And these guys on your screen, ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game. And speaking of the game, let's get right to it. Here's the former Illini kicker, Chase McLaughlin, to get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First play and a first throw for Rodgers.
It's caught by Mike Evans. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On first down, Rodgers. And right away, he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Does the big boy have the juice?
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Here's the former NFL rushing champ. It's Jonathan Taylor.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Now make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that.
This is intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, it's only the first quarter, but that's a quick shift of momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception. And then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. loose football.
And it,
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
and a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From the 46, here's the second down and 9.
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
Montez Sweat. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. Taking it in.
And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
It's Young on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Devin Hester, 71 yards.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Returnable here for Hester. Now Hester will get a shot.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out.
Finding space at the 40.
And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. shotgun now for Rodgers.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
Call it a gain of a yard. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it.
Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Second down, Young. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down. Here's Rodgers.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up second down.
I think the best offenses love to give the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
10 yards, good for the Saints, first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Back to Taylor on first down.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They run once more with Taylor.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now they'll throw with Rodgers.
He'll drop this down to Taylor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Kamara is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Rodgers to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Cooley knocks this one through the post. So the long guy gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want...
And that's caught inside the 35.
Big yardage that time for Washington.
52 yards. Off the play fake, Young. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry.
And the Saints are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing now is Rodgers. Flushed out right.
Oh, he's got Hester complete.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Rodgers now on 1st down. He completes it to Evans. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. That'll be caught by Hester. Now we get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
He'll find his tight end. That's Waller.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30. Now Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3?
Rodgers to throw once more.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Evans.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they've got to get their footwork involved. And that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The third quarter starts with a run by Gore. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
On first down, it's Gore. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
from the 48-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Here is Young.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
And Young will slide to the ground safely as he picks up the 1st down as well.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
They'll run the draw here with Swift.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Young to throw it.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, Young. And he's got it. Touchdown. Zach Ertz, a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the 2nd half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Now Rodgers. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rodgers going to throw. Here's Hester open right side.
And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers again now.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Rodgers.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
Snatched by the safety, Ed Reed.
Down the left sideline.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Anthony Walker able to get him for a loss of about 3. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
They'll run right here with Swift.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
DeAndre Swift.
A 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders have opened up.
Being chased out left.
Right back to Tony. He's got another one. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll go up the middle with White.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
That is incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Young on 3rd down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be 4th down. And this one is right through. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. That was a long, sustained opening drive, but in the end, only able to get 3, the field goal out of it.
And absolutely, you'll take the points and the early leads. You never give those back. But there will be a little bit of disappointment that they didn't punch it in for 6 after that kind of yardage and that kind of drive that they had.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. A play fake. Now Young. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down. Young.
And a quick shuffle pass here is complete.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now here's Young. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by 9-time Pro Bowler Ed Reed. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing, Young. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
He got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the 1st quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail 3-0 after the INT last time led to a field goal, but now another fresh start here, 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Snatched by the safety Ed Reed. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. To throw, Young. And this will be incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart and not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Young now. Flush to his right. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
Here's White.
And he pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Once again, it's White.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Franco Harris taking it in from a yard out. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly. And
Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. How about this? And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, Young. Escaping the pressure right. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. Touchdown, Patriots. O.J. Howard
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes our score 17-0. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the...
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Pats are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Following the interception, Young forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack, trying to get away but could not.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Young from the shotgun. Eluding the pressure right.
That'll be caught. It's Tony. 23 yards the pickup there.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good...
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. To throw on second down is Young. Flushed out right.
And that'll be caught by Tony.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 3rd and 1, here's Young. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Now Young. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That's a big force of completion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. O.J. Howard in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Pats continue to pull away here in this first half. Now Moody for the PAT.
And the lead is now 24.
So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Taken at the goal line.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A three-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no three-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7.
This one taken in by Hester. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, Young. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation that we're partnering, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Young. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Devin Hester, 62 yards.
And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
And Young's going to throw for this.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score.
There he goes, left side.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
For a shot right.
64 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Moody good with the extra point.
And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Reggie White bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.